101, 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Jammin.
It is amazing.
I see Drake making moves.
Drake is making moves. He's driving around his country. All right, he's driving around his country, making moves, dropping off ice packs. All right, and some people would say Drake right now is trying to put everybody on ice. That's going to be this new strategy.
I got an ice box where my heart used to be.
Ooh, I got an ice box where my heart.
He ain't got no more feelings for these people.
And honestly, Drake shouldn't. And I think this is the way, or the move Drake should be actually making. You know, I think this is where Drake puts a middle finger up to everybody who decided to side with Kendrick last year, from LeBron James to everyone. You know, I think this is the best move.
I think that when you put out good music, I think Kendrick caught a wave.
Yeah,
and it was the song was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Drake had a chance to do the same thing Kendrick did in that battle. Kendrick
true.
just came out with the one that resonated above all other songs.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I really think that Kendrick was much more hungrier during the battle versus Drake. Personally, even if we listen back to how the beef played out or whatever, Drake had a record called "Family Matters," which basically was already a finished track. He previewed the track probably like he did push-ups. He previewed the track in the push-ups. So he had that record in the tuck. But Drake, if you are a person who is really for the culture, who is really, I'm an MC. We ain't talking about being a rapper. We talking about being an MC, and I stand on this, and I'm in ciphers. Bro, you should have came with something else after Family Matters. It shouldn't have just been, you coming out with the Heart Part 6, your version. You should have kept on going, in my honest opinion. I think it would have stumped on a lot of the noise that Not Like Us was actually doing. Not Like Us was a much bigger record than anything
that he had dropped at that time.
Basically,
it just kind of overshadowed all of the whole beef. It just took on a life of its own,
and it definitely took on a life of its own. And it's just one of them things where, again, Drake, look, if you're a rapper, then rap, But if you want to be a singer, you want to be a pop star, then go ahead and do that. And I think that's Drake's new angle with this whole Iceman portion of his career now. He's going back to what actually people love. Those summer hits from Drake. That's what people want from Drake. They want to hear that.
Well,
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Right. And I think that he going back to the melodies.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, when you look at Drake, he'll always have an audience because his music is concert, party, have a good time.
Right.
But when it gets aggressive now, a lot of people are going to not look at Drake as a real shot at the top 5 rappers of all time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
I don't think he's ever going to be in
bars,
yeah.
Right.
I'm talking about, when you get into the top 5, like I said, these are where the MCs, where the gods of rap,
being a god MC.
Yeah.
See, and this is crazy, right? Because on one end, you got a whole generation of kids out here who really don't care about that type of stuff. It's a whole generation of kids like, bro, I just want some good music.
Right.
But if you are going to be somebody who is a part of this genre, who claims to be the best, I think if you're going to be the best, you have to be aiming at how to become a god MC at this. I think Eminem is a god MC, Jay-Z. You got even people like Kanye West, in my opinion, is definitely a god MC when it comes down to this hip-hop thing. Tupac, Biggie, people who are forever carved into the Mount Rushmore of hip-hop.
You didn't say Nas.
Oh, Nasir Jones. How did I forget Escobar?
Yeah, because you like Jim Jones.
Oh, check you out, man.
I'm just messing with you.
I rock with Nas, man. Jim Jones out here trolling folks.
Right.
But, yeah, man. It's just those types. Once you get into those types of conversations, I think you're forever solidified. And I think prior to that, Drake would have been solidified, ingrained into hip-hop, right? However, I think he stepped into a battle that he wasn't prepared for. He stepped into a battle where he underestimated his opponent. He stepped into a battle that he really didn't even need to get into. But what Kendrick went on to go do is point out and poke at a lot of Drake's insecurities during the battle, asking him if he's black enough. Do you feel that you black enough? You need more black features. That's why you do what you do. Questioning his integrity about him really truly being an MC or not. These are things that I think Kendrick studied about Drake, understood about Drake, and attacked Drake during this beef. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. When Kendrick Lamar dropped that record with Metro Boomin and Future, that was nothing but a snake move. All right, he snaked Drake, and Drake took the bait. That's what happened.
Well, I'll say this.
Drake
dropping the album. Are you here for it?
I'm here for it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to listen to the Drake's new album. I'm going to listen to this ICEMAN joint. Although I want to say this.
Drake is always going to have some good songs. They said who had the top 100, who had the most top 100 hits?
Yeah.
It was Drake. By a long shot.
By a long shot. And Drake is always gonna hit you with the good songs, especially once he has
Baby Girl.
Yeah, he got them records. But I will say this, for him to name it ICEMAN, it sounds dope. But if King Kendrick ever get a hold to throwing another bar at this man, I just want to let y'all know that ICEMAN, when you talk about the X-Men and Marvel or whatever, ICEMAN is one of the characters who actually is a gay character.
What?
Yeah. ICEMAN's gay.
I didn't know that.
ICEMAN's gay, bro.
Oh, wow.
So I just want to say, man, Drake, if Kendrick
gets a hold of
this,
can you find that at?
I got an encyclopedia right there.
Really?
On Marvel superheroes.
Oh, wow.
But he's the only gay character in the whole X-Men franchise. Well, not the whole X-Men franchise, but he's a gay character. Anyway, neither here nor there. All I'm saying, if Kendrick ever gets a hold of this album and decides to flip a bar on Drake, there goes his career all over again. Questionable. I got the whole Marvel encyclopedia.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if I can get the ICEMAN real quick.
Oh, wow. Wait, we got a little bit of time left.
This is crazy, man.
But, hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But also, they said that, I guess, in the past, 6 years, I found out that Bert and Ernie was
they did
in the LGBTQ. I didn't know. I didn't know all these different characters was LGBTQ, I guess.
See, my thing is, I don't even understand why they have to always
add gender to a lot of it.
Yeah, gender, their sexuality. Cause I don't care. I just care about them being a cool, good person.
Right.
Let's see. They don't have his sexuality here. Just know he's gay.
All right. Thank you, Big Jammin, for the Pop Culture Report.
It's amazing.
All right, Truth Nation, when we come back, we're going to open up the lines. Stay tapped in.